All right. Brawlers, welcome back to DummyNation. We have a face cam this time. We're playing on the most upvoted nation, that is, but on the new version of DummyNation. So DummyNation has been adjusted, as according to chat, what's happening is the AIs now attack the crown, which was one of my biggest issues. The crown being the number one target, so you don't have the USA just like standing back and camping all the way to 100%, which is great. International standing's been adjusted, and apparently ammunition's also been adjusted. Well, hold on, let's check the Discord. Was that announced? DummyNation minor update. Passive troop production now only uses liquidity production flow. It doesn't drain any saved money. Huge! We love that. Saved money can be used to manually buy troops again, but it pauses passive troop production. That's fair. Bonuses have been tweaked to have less impact. Prestige research now passively increases international standing. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Domination deterrence is now enabled again, and rebellion's disabled. Great, so we don't have to give away land anymore. We don't have to do that stupid circle strategy. Added a button to save and load presets in multiple screens. That's fine. Players that have been offline for a considerable amount of time will now receive reduced rewards in War mode. Don't know what that is. Multiple bug fixes. This is big. This is big. We're back. We're back, baby. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Passive troop production, don't care about, but the bonuses have been tweaked to have less impact is great. The AI going into other AIs and the international standing, being able to actually influence that is, we're back. We're back all the way. Let's give Argentina a go to explore the new stuff. So Argentina is the 25th best GDP. GDP per capita is very high. We are a democracy. Let's bring Liberator down a little bit. Bring military service down a lot. Apply that. And let's start looking at our recruitment. Let's fix our production. So commandos, gunners, tanks, rockets. So we'll spend 89% of our budget on the military, with the idea being that we're going to go after some easy targets and expand our money there. Now, diplomacy, we need some friends. We could get Brazil. That's a little bit expensive. I would love a better partner than Brazil. What about United States? 10 million. India, 600,000. China, 2 million. I think we'll get the one with Brazil, and we could probably invade Uruguay right away. They have 2 million troops. How much do we have? 10 million? Paraguay's only got 2. Paraguay might be the solution. 96 GDP versus the 77th, though. I kind of want to invade Paraguay because even though the GDP is not great, the GDP per capita is. So let's also, while we're doing this, fix our budget. That looks good. Spend some research points. Go down a couple levels of the economic research. So we spend, okay, so here's the big change. When we started as Paraguay, we had a lot more research points than we do as Argentina. That was interesting. Okay, financial micromanagement, we'll get that. A level there, just to get more money from our... Actually, we're a big economy, so maybe that's not the most helpful. And we'll buy some troops right away. We've got 2 million to spend. Let's get a unit of gunners, or commandos. Let's get 2 units. That's 500,000. Ooh, I don't know about that. Let's get 1,000 tanks. Let's get 300 helicopters, 500 rockets, and 50 more planes. And once that's recruited, we'll start looking at invading somebody. In fact, do you have friends? You are friends with Uruguay? Let's go ahead and invade Paraguay before they build up their military. Buy off Uruguay. Good. Okay, Paraguay is ours. Great. Let's keep an eye out for some good targets, maybe in Africa. Does anyone have like little troops over here? Ghana's got 2 million. Guinea's got no troops. So let's rush over to Guinea and start picking off like Senegal or the Gambia and Guinea and everything like that. We're going to take the most peaceful route that we can. United States already jumped on that. Fair. Senegal or the Gambia doesn't have troops, so let's go fight the Gambia. Guinea-Bissau probably doesn't have troops either. No, they don't. Excellent. No, United States, you monster. Okay, they're there. They beat us there. We can get to Guinea-Bissau. Now, it does give us direct borders with the United States, so if we can get an alliance with them, that would really boost our exchange rate up. It costs a lot right now. That's okay. Anybody else not have troops? Phone, Benin, Togo. Togo doesn't have troops. Let's go fight Togo. Togo's gone. Burkina Faso's got some troops. These guys are all kind of weak. Does anyone have a good GDP? I think we'll wait for the rest of the world to get over here, but I think we're fine for right now. And we're still producing our units that we built at the beginning of the game. So we're not, while we're actively recruiting troops, we're not producing anything over here. This is locked until we actually start, until we get through the buy orders. Okay, the United States, who are you fighting? You're fighting Gabon, and it looks like you're fighting Cameroon. So let's see if we can sneak over to Cameroon. No, the United Kingdom was fighting them. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll just wait here. Cameroon's only got 1.62 though. I'm gonna go ahead and risk it for Cameroon. You don't have any friends either, so this will be a good fight for us. Knocked down their military. Barely took any losses of our own because we had a lot more armored vehicles coming into this fight than they did. And this keeps us in the mix for like a big target like the DRC, which we would love. The DRC is gone. Holy cow. Freaking United States is everywhere in this game. CAR or Republic of the Congo. Republic of the Congo is weaker. We're going to push through them to try and get to the DRC. I don't really care about this land. We'll come back to it as soon as we take down their army. Good. That's fine. Push through the DRC. Come on. Get in there. We're fighting so many rebels. No! All right, we'll fight the rest of the Republic of the Congo. United States really worked to cut us off there. Now, you just have commandos. I'm going to fight you down. I have a lot of reservists, though. I didn't check that. Fine. Barely lost any troops because, again, we have armored units and they don't. If you peace with a country, you can't attack them until the timer in the diplomacy tab has expired. That is good info. Thank you for telling me that. That's interesting. Iran, you still have 7 million. You're not exactly weak. You can keep an eye out for like a good target. How's Russia doing? 26 million. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and group up our armies. Okay, Mozambique's real weak now, so let's jump over there if we can. Because we could also potentially attack Zambia, who doesn't have any troops, because they were fighting Mozambique. This would be good for us. Okay, who is this? Botswana? They don't really have troops to finish this fight. That's great for us, because now we can jump in on Zambia, who's completely out of troops for the most part. They've got just a few commandos left, and then maybe even jump in on Botswana. What do your troops look like? It says you don't have any. Sick. We can jump in on Botswana next. Tanzania also doesn't have troops. That's a better target than Botswana is. Let's forget about Zambia for a moment. Let's jump on Tanzania. We can get an alliance treaty with the United States. Our exchange rate now is at 59. That's a great one to get. That boosts us up to 81%. That's it. That's what we needed. We can do all of our conquests of Africa because they are mostly autocracies. And because we're a democracy and we have Liberator, it means other democracies like this. We're spreading democracy, boys. Now, how's Kenya doing? 2.7 million. Still a little bit strong. Uganda? 1 million. We've got fights to finish down here. That could be good for us because you guys are all autocracies. Botswana's a democracy, so maybe we don't fight Botswana. Now, just play a little zoomed out so we don't miss anything big happening, like Pakistan being completely out of troops. That's a good one for us to get. We still have 13 million. Now, if I look at my production tab, we're spending half our money. We're not producing barely anything. We should be enough to counter attrition for these things without production. Let's go fight Pakistan. But Pakistan has like 1 million troops combined. And they are also an autocracy? Yes, they are. So we can definitely fight them. Oh, we're in, baby. We're in. Oh, by the way, did you have any friends? No. Perfect. Perfect target. Let's take this moment to block the United States, though. We're going through Afghanistan, so it's going to be less valuable land, and we're taking the brunt of all Pakistan's fights, but we'll block the United States, hopefully from grabbing any more of this. And we'll save the valuable parts of Pakistan, which are all along these rivers here, for ourselves. Yeah, got them. Now, India's also here, so let's start pushing up the rivers. Because where are your economic zones? Yeah, like right here, right where we expected them to be. Okay, we do have more money to spend, or economy points to spend. Let's get a level of digital economy, because our exchange rate's so good. And can we get an alliance with India? Almost. That's going to come down. I'm sure they love us fighting Pakistan. Now, taking a look at ourselves, we're now the 18th best GDP, so gone up a little bit. GDP per capita is still relatively high. We haven't really jumped on a super big country. Pakistan was definitely a nice get, though. But we would need like a big country like Japan to fall, but they got 30 million. Now, we only have 10. So what I would like to do, actually 40 is good because it allows us to save up. What are we dealing with in terms of troops, in terms of our entire army? We could definitely use a big order of tanks. Yeah, let's get a big order of tanks, 1.4 or 1.141 would be nice. United States is going pretty ham in a lot of Africa. We could jump in on this last little bit of Afghanistan with Russia. Okay, Afghanistan's defeated. Ooh, Bolivia. We do have an army over here that could potentially grab some of it, so let's jump over. How's your army looking? Still got a 9 million. We'll fight it. Grab just a little bit for ourselves with Brazil. Let's bring you down so we can react to things a little bit faster. USA's doing it. Yeah, what percentage are they at? 48. They're getting real aggro, which is great. They only have 20 million. Reservists are only at 2.6, so they're not going crazy with reservists, which was the bane of my existence in the previous run. Oh, you're fighting Chile? Hold on, did you lose? You did. Let us fight Chile. Very small because we're going over the Andes right now, but we should be able to defeat this army with our secondary army. And Chile's not a bad target. 43rd best GDP. Pretty nice. Just got to get over those mountains. Venezuela could be going down. Let's test out the new pathing. If we go through peaceful land. Okay. That's nice. We go through South Korea. What's our relationship with South Korea? I don't know. We'll figure it out. They don't care. We go through the United States. That's good. Dude, Chile is a big, hard country to take out. Economy zone. So let's go for Bogota down in the south. Can you just attack from this way? Just go from the sea. It'll be a lot easier than crossing the mountains again. There we go. A lot easier than crossing the Andes. That's for sure. A lot better. Ooh, Angola's really weak. We should jump on that with our big army. That and Namibia would both be good targets. Namibia is a democracy, but Angola's an autocracy, so that's a good one for us to get. Try and block off Namibia from grabbing more. It does seem like armies are weighted a little bit more, so that like it used to be like each army had equal chance of getting land, but it seems like the bigger one gets more of the numbers. All right, so that's Angola done. Chile's still rocking. We should probably send this unit home and start building up more troops. And we definitely need more gunners. Let's get a big order of gunners out there. Let's get 2 orders of gunners and an order of commandos. Because our military, like actual troops, are pretty weak, so definitely worthwhile investing a little bit more of them. Tanks are also, everything's very low, but we're making money. Currently the 17th best GDP. We need a big target to fall, and then we could potentially jump on them. Like, India's weak, reservists 7 million. It's tempting, but I don't think it's the wisest move unless somebody else goes into them first. Now, how is our exchange rate? 80% still. Good. Budget's looking good, growing at 2%. Keeping ourselves kind of equal on all footings. And now I think we just wait for a little bit. Do you take reputation damage if you attack an ally? Yes? Good to know. Okay, we got 1 million. Let's get another big order of tanks out there. Russia invaded Turkey. So did the United Kingdom. Interesting. You have 16 million troops. We've got 25. Russia's definitely on the chopping block of possibility. But I think it's best to wait for now. United States entering a border skirmish with Iran. That's definitely something we could be a part of. I could be very easily swayed to attack Iran if we can get over there in time. Oh, never mind. China's invading Russia. We got to get up top. Go, 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 go. Get me there. Get me there. Get me there. They've got 5 million troops. They got 2 million. 5 million reservists. Time to crush. Okay, there's their army. Defeated. All defeated. Now we got to get through their commandos or their reservists. We push for Moscow, which is right there. I'm going to split this army. Oh, North Korea declared war on us. Iran's declared war on us. Well, let's get North Korea out of here. Iran, I don't think really has a military. That's a lot of money you want, Iran, for 2 million troops. I'm going to save. Go get Moscow. Push for it. Moscow has fallen. It is ours. Great. Give me St. Petersburg. Troop losses are acceptable. Okay, forget about the island. Let's start trying to cut people off from going any farther to the east. Who is this? Romania? That's surprising. How's the troops looking? We are taking losses, but acceptable losses. Each one was like 11 million to start off with, so this one's getting peppered a lot. Oh, you can get to Turkey too. Oh my gosh, Turkey would be so valuable. Just go land right there. Yeah, we really want their Turkish holdings. Dude, we jumped up to 10th place so far. Just from the little bit of Turkish holdings and the eastern or the western side of Russia. Now we just get the last little bits of Georgia and what is that? Armenia? No, Iran got Armenia. How are we doing on another army? Very slow progress. We could definitely speed that up by getting some armored tanks. So let's get 1,000 of those boys. Okay, now that we are in like the top 10, can we afford to actually produce rocket artillery and helicopters? Yes, even a little bit of aircraft. 60%, that's fine. Now I feel like the meta is to keep this at levels you can like upkeep, but then buy. So maybe 60% is a little too much. Let's get it at 50. 50 seems like a good number. And why don't you just rebel hunt like right there for a minute? Knock down all these guys as we keep pushing over into Eastern Russia. Oh, they split all at once too. It used to be they split once at a time and did this. That's a lot better. We have more points to throw into digital economy. There we go. Exchange rate, 79%. Anybody want to be friends with us now? We definitely buy an alliance with Germany. Germany's going to live. So I definitely think we buy an alliance with Germany. We're pretty close to it. Okay, you go back on the offensive. Who's coming over here? Mexico. Interesting. We grabbed most of everything that we would want from Russia. There's just a little bit down here that we need. So let's not fight off Mexico as much as we contend for the land down here. All right, we have money. Let's try and get an alliance with Germany. Are you angry? No, you're good with a lot of people. Good. Let's buy that alliance with Germany. That'll boost our exchange rate a little bit. Make sure we're still friends with the United States. We are. Brazil? Yes. Okay, so we're still good. Let's buy a big order of helicopters. We haven't done that in a while. we're basically out of them. We have 151 left. Or is that just in this army? Oh, yeah. No, we have a little bit more, but still. Definitely could do with a little bit more armored military. Military spending, let's go ahead and raise this up because that's the attrition losses we're taking. Bring down R&D a little bit. Bring down social spending a little bit. So we don't take as many attrition losses with our tanks and our rockets and everything fun like that. Now, after that, we are the 6th best GDP. 4th population, GDP per capita, acceptable 57th position. Political freedom, we're okay. Diplomacy, anyone else we could really... Ireland? Do we think Ireland gets invaded? No, let's become friends with Ireland. Let's say forget Russia. Let's grab our army, head down south. We are at war with Japan, interesting enough. Let's get a peace treaty with them. They are weak. No, they got 19 million still. Once we get our big army from over here, we're going to invade Iran. Diplomacy, they're friends with Tunisia, South Korea, Iraq, Russia, Egypt. Interesting. I think we could still get away with it. We are at 7% though. My gosh. Even with Russia. That's kind of crazy. Full army here. Let's invade Iran. Now we do have to potentially buy off some people. Hold on. You. Home. No. Oh, it's because I clicked multiple. Dang it. Multiple again. You. Home. There we go. We'll fight down their reservists. We lost about 3 million fighting down their entire army. Not a bad get for us. South Korea's declared war on us. That's the one we need to really focus on buying off. They're cheap though. No one else has declared war on us yet. Position our entire army on their capital. Knock that down. We should be fine. There we go. Capitals are really hard to take in the new update. We have 1 million to spend. Let's get some more tanks out there. You're fighting down. Oh, that's Russia still. Oh, let's go finish off Russia. Didn't realize that was them. Looks like Iran's fallen, so let's just jump on the rest of Russia. And there we go. Okay, we're at a great spot. Let's send everybody here to this flashpoint where we think action will happen. And now we start saving this money. We're not going to be building bulk orders anymore because I want to start moving into more of a research focus. So we're going to apply that. We're going to bring down liquidity a little bit, which will be fine. I want to get closer to Sovereign Wealth Fund and start really pumping out our economy benefits. Exchange rate 74%. India. You don't have a lot of troops. I don't plan on declaring war with you very soon. No. Anybody that we could really get an alliance with right now, that'd be worth it. The United States, we lost it. We got to get that back. Canada, the 9th best. Yeah, let's get one with Canada. Exchange rate's going back up, or should. 74%. I do think we need an alliance with India. So we're going to save for an alliance with India. It would also be nice to get one with Japan. I don't think we'd be invading them anytime soon. 20 million is a lot. They have 10k tanks. They want 10 million too. Who's the better economy? You or you? India. Let's get an alliance. I think India's probably more close to someone we'd attack than Japan. Who is leading? Germany, we have an alliance with. Japan is our best target. So let's save for Japan. Get another level of digital economy, which will hopefully boost everything. And I would like to get a level of smart taxation, but it's very expensive. A couple levels of smart taxation, though, should be able to get us to pretty close to Sovereign Wealth Fund. It was dumb of us to invest in financial micromanagement. What's our current population? 4th. I think we could go down remittance instead. Mexico's going down. Ooh, can we get over to Mexico in time? Okay, a lot of Mexico still remains. Mexico City still technically available. Let's jump on Mexico. We're going to split and really try and push for what remains of Mexico City. Get me down there. Don't lose Mexico City. Ah, Brazil got it. Good little get for us. Currently, 6th best GDP. Need that friendship with Japan. 4 million. You don't like me being very aggro. I don't care about Mexico or their Russia holdings. I want to be closer to India. So let's position ourselves right there. And how much for a peace treaty with you? Let's just peace out with Mexico so we don't fight them anymore. I don't have any desire on any more of their lands. I'm growing at a respectable rate, but everyone's growing faster than me. What's the United States budget? They have like no R&D. I think we'll be able to catch up to them because I think we'll be able to outpace them to Sovereign Wealth Fund, which I don't think they have. Yeah, they do not. You don't have troops or allies. Saudi Arabia. Let's get up there. We have lost our alliance with the United States. We can buy that back. How are our diplomacies? We could get one with Greece for 1 million. It's a little expensive for Greece. Here, let's go buy economy. France was too expensive. What about Italy? Italy we could get an alliance with. Let's get an alliance with Italy. Because once we get Saudi Arabia, we'll actually have borders on them, so we'll actually benefit from this. And Germany. So Saudi Arabia is a good target for us to fight. Now, who's all declared war on us? Prestige and reputation plummet after a breach of treaty with Saudi Arabia. Oh, yep, we lost it there. We lost it there. Canada, we can get back. So we lost Brazil is really the end all be all. Let's try and peace out with you. I didn't realize we had an alliance with them. Major L. You're reporting for duty. I thought I signed a peace treaty with him. I didn't think I signed an alliance treaty with him. That's my bad. The timer didn't run out. Where can you see the timer? Diplomacy tab. Okay, so the peace treaties do automatically run out. So we've lost our alliance with Brazil forever. Our exchange rate's still 65% because we were able to get it back with a number of countries. The United Kingdom, we are hostile to. Peace treaty that out. We could get a very cheap alliance with the United Kingdom. They just don't have troops is the problem. And oh, they're gone. The Netherlands took them out. So Europe fights itself a lot more, is what I'm learning. Greece is actually pretty strong. I've been sleeping on Greece. We did have a chance to get an alliance with them. What is you're the 18th best. If I knew that, I probably would have gotten an alliance with them, but that's okay. And I think this will be our first direct border with Germany, so that should help the exchange rate out a little bit too. Okay, so we are the third best GDP now. We've really jumped the shark here, which is great for us. So now we're at 12%. We are growing at 2.439, so that's flatlining. I want to keep that there. I think our population doesn't need to work. We don't need to worry about our population too much because we're the fourth best. So maybe we can bring down social spending a little bit more, get up to 2.5, a little bit more growth, economic growth for us. So what do the big boys have military? 28, 34. Okay, so we're kind of in line with them. All right, level remittance, nice. And then let's try and get 2 levels of smart taxation to finish things up. So that'll be a little bit expensive. But how do we sit? Yeah, we're third. Progress really is a slow mark in this game. Nigeria is really strong. Nigeria fighting down England, though. England doesn't have any friends. Oh, I wish I'd seen that earlier. We can jump up here. Grab Kuwait. Ah, they beat us to it. We can still get up here, though. There's still a little bit of, like, Turkey to get. Hey, China's fighting us. Did we lose our alliance with the United States? We did. Buy that back. We lost our alliance with everybody. Get Canada back. Let's forget about... Just go here, brother. We gotta really focus on our alliances now. Everybody else got away with fighting. I don't know why everyone was so mad at us for fighting the United Kingdom when nobody liked them. Well, I think we take this moment and we peacefully transition to more of an economy-based grouping and wait for somebody big to fall. We're in third place, so I think our focus needs to be striking somebody when the time's right. Okay, 2 million is a much more reasonable price. Let's buy back Brazil. Anybody else we could realistically, that'd be worth it for us. Egypt, are you a democracy is the problem. No. Love to get one with France, but not for 7 million. We'll see if that comes down a lot too. As we're not invading people, our reputation's going up. So I think we just hold here for a bit. Again, we're trying to transition to a economy based, so smart taxation will help. One more level of that will unlock sovereign wealth fund, which is why we're saving so much money. Exchange rates at 70%, so we do need to start getting more alliances. Sweden, are you strong enough to survive? It's good enough. I'm gonna get an alliance with you. Germany, we would love to get back, but 16 million is a little bit too expensive. Greece for 1 million. Shame we don't actually touch. Yeah. Norway for 32. Yep. United States, we're gonna need to buff up again. We're at war with China. Spend the money to not be. Egypt's fallen. That's fine. Brazil invaded Norway. Oh, I just got an alliance with Norway. We're not really falling that far behind, though. We have dropped down to 5th place. France, at one point, we talked about being friends. 70K? That's great. Buy that. That should help the exchange rate a lot. We have enough for this second level of smart taxation. That's great. Now we can start putting money into sovereign wealth fund and start utilizing all this money we have. Here, just go home for the time being. Let's group up our army so we can do one big move together. And that's kind of what we're waiting on here, is for a big guy to fall. Slovakia, that's you, right? Yeah, you're actually pretty good. Let's get that. Germany, we can afford. Canada, we can afford. Those are both big ones for us to get. Denmark. Excuse me. Are you invading the United States? No, you're not. Canada doesn't exist anymore. I'm just realizing. Let's play a little bit zoomed out. Kind of missing a few things. A few clutch things going on. Buy that. So we get the first level of sovereign wealth fund, which is going to increase our money a little bit more. We're going to keep that up. China is slightly falling. They're down very low military. They still have 87 million, but they're making some enemies. They still have a lot of strong friendships. Well, not really anymore. They are friends with 7 people. They used to be friends with like 20. They invaded France, which got people angry at them. Looking at the board, United States is winning. Or excuse me, China's winning. China's winning pretty heavily. And they're at war with us. I would like to not be at war with you. I would like you to fight somebody besides me. I feel like we're going to get one shot. And we need China's army to go down and somebody to fight their reservists a little bit. So one level of sovereign wealth funds, like, basically ballooned us past a lot of people. We're definitely going to surpass France here very quickly. So I think if we keep investing in that, we could be okay. And we just wait for our opportunity for one of these big dogs to fall. That's got to be our strategy. Okay, so another level of sovereign wealth fund. So we should be growing a lot because we have 250 million in the bank. Now we also spend that in a moment of weakness if like China or the United States loses a lot of troops. We could just blow through we could produce a lot of military really quickly. So the AI doesn't really prioritize any airplanes. Maybe I'm wasting money on airplanes. So we'll get a few more tanks and helicopters out there. Okay, so we jumped France behind India, and there's nothing we could really do against India. China's running away with it, but according to the patch notes, somebody should invade China at some point to keep them from winning the game. That's at least in theory. We'll see how well that's testing out. We do have a good amount of troops building up for eventual China weakness because they just have 50 million reservists left. They've used some, but we need them to fight a big nation. Meanwhile, we're going to keep using our sovereign wealth fund to keep upping our economy. We're making 8 million now, so it gives a real bonus. Now, I don't know how much the AI is utilizing it. Switzerland dropped a nuclear bomb on the Republic of China. Wow. So that should drop them down a little bit. I mean, they're still up there, but it's good to see countries going aggro on them. Let's get another level of sovereign wealth fund. Just keep upping our economy, waiting for a good moment to strike. Dude, Switzerland going ham. Look at this. Neutral Switzerland no more. Okay. Somebody just fought down. You're fighting Japan. Let's get over to Japan. I'm sure they have a lot of friends. They do. Here, let's buy off Indonesia. A little expensive, but we got 1.5 G in the bank. Surely people are going to come fight China now. So I think our positioning is good. Like here comes Indonesia. Here comes the United States. If China just shows the little bit of... If we can get down their military, I'd be happy to fight their reservists. What if we sneak a little bit of land away from them and then bait them to attack us? Okay, now run away. What's your military at? 7 million. No, 47 million. Now it does waste a lot of our reservists. The United States is coming to help, and we hold on to that bit of Japan we took. There's another nuclear bomb on China. Germany's dropping a nuclear bomb. See if we can grab this little bit of Tokyo. Good. Run away. So did that move us up? It did. It moved us past Germany. We're still growing at a very slow rate because we're prioritizing research where nobody else is. How's our army looking? 59 million. Still not even strong enough to punch through their actual troops. So we're really playing a little bit of a tough gambit here. I don't know why we're hostile to Japan. Let's peace out with them. United States, use your big army and go fight China. Or India. India doesn't have troops. They have 237 million. Why is India not fighting China? They have the biggest military in the game right now. If China gets up to 90% or 85%, we're going to fight them down. But they're not really growing that heavily. Yeah, look at all these people dropping nuclear bombs on China to keep them from winning. So the game's definitely balanced a little bit better. But it's just a matter of like, somebody's got to invade them. And I can't take the first step. I could, but I don't want to. You could recruit a lot more troops with that money. Yeah, but I'm investing it into my economy with sovereign wealth fund. I want to keep that up. Like, don't get it twisted. The moment somebody else invades, I'm going to invade. I just don't want to take the first step against 102 million reservists. Next moment of weakness for China, I think we'll commit. Now, the other thing is like we could just invade over here. Like, we take Slovakia's lands. We could buy off everyone but Poland, essentially. I think we do that. Let's go fight Slovakia. Okay, so we're going to fight Slovakia. People are not going to like this. Let's buy off their allies. So Switzerland, we're not going to worry about. Nigeria's cheap enough. Poland's never going to be affordable. Finland's cheap enough. Croatia's cheap enough. And we'll see if we can peace treaty with the rest of them. But they got some land I want. We had a peace treaty with them. Frick. I did not check how many reservists you have. It's a lot. I want to grab Turkey. No, I want to grab Italy. Oh, we don't have a way in there. We got to grab Turkey. There's a lot of really strong economic zones over here, though. That's economy, right? No. That's I've been lied to. We got to get to Italy. Switzerland, any chance we could buy you off? 12 million. Easy enough. We don't have a lot of troops anymore. In fact, let's just send everybody home. And now we are squarely in 4th place. Got to do something about China, though. And I don't know how, other than spending a lot of money. Wait a minute. 100 million reservists. 87 million. So we'll save up our money. If China does anything, we're going to jump on them. We're going to spend all of our money, but otherwise we're going to keep spending everything on sovereign wealth fund and eventually try and get some alliances back too. Once they get down to reasonable figures. China's becoming a nuclear wasteland. Look at this. Everyone's just dropping bombs on them. Now we're making a lot of money though. If we wanted to buy 400 million gets us 5,000 tanks. You have a lot of tanks, commandos. Let's go ahead and buy a couple units of commandos, a couple units of these guys. Start gearing up for the inevitable war we're going to have to fight with China because I don't think we're going to be able to beat them any other way. I think we're going to have to take them head on. I've been waiting for somebody else to directly fight them. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I think we give up on research. bringing that down. Military spending is going to stay the same. We'll start making some more money. We're in a recession right now, but I think we start building our military, and it starts here. So after a lot of waiting and dormant time, now we're just going to keep buffing because we're gaining more money than we're losing, spending all this money and maxing out. We have max population almost. So we're just going to really go heavily into armored units and get ready to counter them. Now they do have tanks, a little bit of gunners, and commandos. They have 56k tanks, which is what we're going to need to counter them most. So we're investing really heavily into rocket artillery. Rocket artillery seems to have gotten a buff. They have 12 million piercing, which is what we need against armored vehicles. So that's what we're going to really aim for. We're going to try and get about 50 million rockets of our own, which we got a long way to go. But we'll just load this up. We're just going to keep loading this up until we get to that number. Oh, we got to spend more on military to keep up with our military. Oof. Yeah, it's more important to not take attrition losses for the giant military rebuilding, which is unfortunate that it came to this, but we got to fight them down somehow. Now, this is probably going to be our army. I think we'll recruit some more tanks to go into them. They're going to outnumber us in heavy artillery, but we have more planes and stuff than they do. Oh, wait. Is that all their army? They're pretty weak right now. We got to fight China. Let's go get them. I think this is our moment. They struck somebody. They don't have nearly as many troops as they do. They still have a ton of reservists, but our armors should be able to counter their reservists. We have not been challenged so far. There was a big challenge. There's a big army. We caught a big one. 30 million. Keep chasing it down. Okay. Now we should start dealing with the actual reservists. I think that's all their army. No, they still have 100k left. We're going to keep consolidated on Japan for now because they still have 118 million reservist firepower. But our armor should be able to counter. Now, where are your economic zones after you've just been blitzed? Everything's been bombed. So it's actually over here more, which is interesting. I think we're at the point now where we can split because the reservists are really going down. They're down to 5 million reservists. Is that all? They've got 7 million. We can definitely split a couple more times. Okay, so we split into groups of 25 million. Now we're just going to really push for their territory. Now we're still going to be building a military as we're doing this because we are going to need to basically fight the rest of the world as we're doing this. Like all the nuclear bombs that have been going towards China are going to start going towards us. Looks like the United States is coming over here to help. Status updates. We're doing pretty well. We're still in third. We passed the United States. India and China are still very strong. Now, the problem is India's hostile to us. We actually would love to get a peace treaty with you. You have a lot of troops, a lot of commandos. We have to fight somebody else to win this. I don't think we could really fight the United States realistically. How many reservists do you have? I think we could blitz through India and to get the percentage that we would need to win the game. We currently have a pretty strong military. We really haven't lost a beat though. We're still at basically the same mark we were when we invaded. So hopefully we'll be able to keep this up as we're attacking, invading. Now that we got China out of the way, our exchange rate is also at 92%. So getting rid of apparently one of the worst people in the game really helped us out. We've jumped up to first place, which means we're going to be a target. Indonesia, if I saw correctly, jumped up to second place. Oh, you grabbed Australia. You've got 30 million, 46. How can we make them not like us? That. What's your view of me? 79. You love me so much. Ugh. We could fight India. They just have no reservists. They just have a very heavy army. I think it's one we could still beat down. You're really the only target left that I'm not allied to. Let's plan on that. Let's grab everyone. Get these last bits of rocket artillery. We have 70,000 rockets, which should be enough to deal with their tanks. And then we have plenty of everything to deal with their commandos. Now your diplomacy is going to be a little bit rough. Actually, no, it's fine. This is actually a perfect target for us. So let's invade India. They're down to 100 million, 30 million. We're still at our high numbers. Dude, heavy armor really counters these people. Like, I thought it was going to be a big, scary thing. It's really not. We're barely losing anything. It's because most of their army's wrapped up in commandos. And it's just bleeding out in front of us. Wow. That's great. See if we can lure these tanks back in. Now, are you still a democracy? You're an autocracy, so we're not going to deal with the rebels. Oh, that's fantastic. How many? You have no reservists. Okay, so we can really split now and go for gold here. Now, you may be thinking we're losing a lot of percentage, even though this is going up. We are. We're not growing nearly as fast as like Indonesia is, but I'm okay with that because if we get up too high, we're going to get nuclear bombed out the wazoo. Oh, excuse me. Which I think we're going to be anyways. We can definitely take Indonesia, and I think that'd be the victory for us. Now, we do need to knock this down. How much do we need to get them off? They really loved us. Just 5. Okay, we'll finish up with India. We'll insult them, and then we'll attack them. You have 10 points. Can we buy anything? and get a level of combat training. Mine as well. Okay, India's gone. 50 million, 48 million. Okay. Actions. Insult you. We have condemned you. We are no longer allied to you. We attack you. Oh, the military finally feels like a military again. What a day. What a day. Dude, the updates, military has been fixed. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, Greece has declared war on us. We'd love for them to not fight us, at least right now. Brazil's also declared war on us. You've got 19 million troops who can fight that. This is a bigger concern. It's cheaper too. United States is just kind of sitting back, which is fine. In fact, this is the win. Everybody, split and go. Oh! Finally! We did it! Oh, we got a new achievement. Silver medal. We'll take it. We'll take it. Out of the top 20 to start off with, I was really worried about how this was going to work out. We saved our money. We bought a military at the right time. Great. Games did take a little bit longer, but ultimately, I think the game's in a tremendously better place. I had a lot of fun. It was still engaging. I can't believe how many nuclear bombs they dropped on China. That was hilarious. But as far as where the game was and where the game is now, it's a 10 out of 10 update. Huge fan. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about Facecam if you want it or not. But for now, we'll say thank you for watching. And if you have a nation recommendation, put it in the comments down below. We'll play as the most upvoted nation next. We didn't do Paraguay, which was the most upvoted, so we do need to go back to that. But just because we were trying to explore the new mechanics without the pressure of being a landlocked country. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Adios, muchachos.